Hello there! Hey players, welcome back from another video. Today I'll be going over everything you need to know on Star Wars Jedi Survivor before you buy it. Guys, I am just so excited to make this video for you so you guys can be informed on everything you need to know before diving in and playing as the legendary Cal Kestis. So, without no more waiting around, let's just leap right into it. Cal's adventure as a seasoned Jedi Knight introduces new force powers, lightsaber stances, abilities, and equipment to master as he faces new threats, explores unknown frontiers, and fights to protect those he cares about. Players can build upon Cal's training with an expanded list of combat stances and lightsaber customizations that can be combined in new and different ways to fight as a Jedi. The galaxy is full of stories, secrets, and treasures to uncover for those willing to face the dangers that lay off the beaten path. Utilizing Cal's new traversal skills, equipment, and rideable creatures, players can explore and fight in more ways than ever before. Wield the Force. Players will leverage Cal's growing Force abilities to strategically overcome obstacles, defeat opponents, and solve the mysteries that lay in Cal's path. Pushed to the edges of the galaxy by the Empire, Cal will find himself surrounded by threats both new and familiar as he decides how far he's willing to go to save those closest to him. Lightsaber stances have been expanded in Jedi Survivor. There are 5 different stances available, 3 of which you'll have access to from a very early point in the game: single, double-bladed, and dual-wield. You can equip 2 stances at a time and swap between them in combat with a press of left or right on the D-pad. Lightsaber stances have been expanded in Jedi Survivor. There are 5 different stances available, 3 of which you'll have access to from a very early point in the game: single, double-bladed, and dual-wield. You can equip 2 stances at a time and swap between them in combat with a press of left or right on the D-pad. Lightsaber stances have been expanded in Jedi Survivor. There are 5 different stances available, 3 of which you'll have access to from a very early point in the game: single, double-bladed, and dual-wield. You can equip 2 stances at a time and swap between them in combat with a press of left or right on the D-pad. Single is the classic Jedi wielding stance, which also happens to be the most balanced of the bunch, rewarding players who can time their strikes and parries. It's perfect for those epic one-on-one duels, but it offers some ranged and crowd-downing attacks as well. Going through the skill tree will open up a powerful penetrating lightsaber toss, a stagger-inducing jumping strike, and dash strikes that can knock down enemies on the ground or in the air. The next stance is the double-bladed stance, which was my favorite in Jedi Fallen Order. Are you in need of some crowd control? Then the double-bladed stance is just what you're looking for. Swinging the double-ended lightsaber around makes dealing with a crowd of enemies surrounding you much less of a hassle. Throw the dual-ended saber in a wide boomerang arc to damage multiple enemies. Or if you're facing a battalion of blaster fire, hold L1 to twirl the lightsaber in front of you as you move, automatically parrying all the bolts heading your way. Wow guys, just like the Inquisitors in Jedi Fallen Order, right? We finally got what we want. Thank you, EA. Also, an ability later in the game you will unlock where you don't even need to hold L1 to perform this maneuver. Building the skill tree up will grant Cal a spinning lunge attack, a group stunning aerial dive bomb, and even a special controllable flying lightsaber attack that acts like a mini helicopter of pain. Just what I'm looking for. The next stance is the dual wielding stance, which we saw a little bit of in Jedi Fallen Order with certain perks, but now we get to see it in full effect. The stance is for players who love fast-paced all-out offense. Your defense and range ratings take a hit, but you can make up for it. You still got a long-range lightsaber toss, and by holding down the triangle button, you can auto-parry quite a few incoming melee attacks, just not the really big ones. Enhancing this stance's skills will up the power of the parry and reward you for precise timing, as well as perform a quick backwards dodge after a strike and split blaster shots into 2 damaging bolts when parried. At high skill levels, you'll be able to toss multiple blades at separate enemies like a Jedi juggler. You guys know me, I'm all about offense. Looks like I know which stance I'm putting in my loadout. There will also be 2 brand new stances that you'll be able to wield in Jedi Survivor, and while Respawn wanted to keep a lot of the cards relating to these 2 stances close to their chests, we do know that one of them is called the Crossguard stance, and utilizes a hilted lightsaber much like the one that Kylo Ren uses, and the other one is called the Blaster stance, which is a fighting style that incorporates both a lightsaber and a blaster. Complementing your combat stances are Force skills, which use energy from the Force meter. Cal's telekinetic push and pull abilities aren't just for manipulating the environment. You can use them to throw enemies around the field like ragdolls, or group them closer together for easy picking off. You can also use the Force to snatch away pesky shields and lob environmental objects, or even the enemy's own weaponry at attackers. Cal can use also Jedi mind tricks to temporarily confuse a foe into attacking their teammates. Also, Cal can briefly use Jedi concentration to slow down time and get a brief but also important advantage over an attacking foe. Using Force skills wisely alongside your lightsaber stances can give you a definite edge in combat. Rather than running straight at that battle droid flailing your lightsaber around, why not sneak up behind them while their back is turned, drag them towards you, and do some big damage before they know what's going on. Or once you've improved your Force manipulation skills, you can gently coerce a large angry specimen of local wildlife to focus their rampage against a group of patrolling stormtroopers. Having multiple lightsaber stances and Force skills at your command is awesome, but as you progress in the game, you can power up existing attack skills and learn new attacks for all of your stances. The skill tree system from Jedi Fallen Order returns in Jedi Survivor and has been expanded significantly, with each stance having its own separate skill set. By spending skill points, you'll unlock a full repertoire of attacks for each stance, but you'll also have to balance upgrading lightsaber skills with survival and Force skill trees. Don't worry too much about making bad upgrade choices. If you've invested heavily in a stance that doesn't click with you, you can always reset and spend all the points you've earned differently. The first reset is free, further resets cost 1 skill point each. Skill points don't come easily though, it usually takes a while before you even earn one. Defeating foes is the easiest way to gain experience towards skill points. Since enemies respawn when you rest at meditation points, you can farm experience from reappearing high value foes slowly. However, you can also gain a bit of experience from everything BD1 scans on the field, certain activities, and every Force echo you listen to while exploring. That XP starts to add up after a while, so keep your eye out for things to examine and inspect. Another new addition to Jedi Survivor is perks, equipable bonuses with various beneficial effects existing outside of the skill tree. Like with the skill tree, perks are viewable and equipable at meditation spots. You can have multiple perks equipped as long as you've got enough slots for them, and take note that the more effective perks are, the more they take up slots. For example, a simple perk like Flux that gradually regenerates Force is 1 slot, while Versatility, a perk that gives you a damage boost after a stance switch, takes 3. You'll be able to buy, find, and earn perks on your adventure as well as obtain more slots. Always try to find and use perks that benefit your playstyle or help shore up weaknesses. Who says the Jedi can't be stylish? Cal can find and buy plenty of cosmetic items throughout his journey, including a wide array of custom lightsaber parts. While these parts don't affect or enhance your abilities, you can't deny that they look really good. To change the parts and colors on your lightsaber and on BD1 too, you'll need to find a workbench. These are scattered around the world, but you'll first encounter one on Cal's ship. From here, you can swap numerous lightsaber parts in and out. By obtaining certain color palettes, you can give your lightsaber a fresh coat of paint and even specify how much weathering you want it to have. Like that well-worn look, or maybe you prefer a shiny chrome saber. It's all up to you, the choices are endless. Now that you'll have a better idea of what to expect before walking the path of the Jedi, make sure you check out Star Wars Jedi Survivor once it takes off on April 28th for PS5. There will also be 2 brand new stances that you'll be able to wield in Jedi Survivor, and while Respawn wanted to keep a lot of the cards relating to these 2 stances close to their chests, we do know that one of them is called the Crossguard stance and utilizes a hilted lightsaber much like the one that Kylo Ren uses, and the other one is called the Blaster stance, which is a fighting style that incorporates both a lightsaber and a blaster. So players, that's officially a wrap on all the new information you need to know on Star Wars Jedi Survivor before you buy it. Guys, let me know down below, out of all the features in this new Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which one would you enjoy playing with the most? Me personally, I would love to use the new crossguard stance and the dual wield and the double blade. I really love those stances and I can't wait to experience them. And I really love how in this game you can orient your skill points to around the stance you love most and can orient your gameplay just on that one specific stance or two. So players, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys all on Cal's ship. Peace out and have a wonderful day or night. This is where the fun begins.